Hey, thanks for clicking on my video. I appreciate it. Click subscribe if you like the video. So it is time to blow out your sprinkler system. And that's probably why you clicked on the video, right? So let's go. I'll get started. All right. So first off, what you want to make sure you do is turn off your automatic sprinkler timer, right? So you can see this one's set to go off tomorrow morning at 4 a.m., which I do not want it to do anymore for the season. So basically, I'm just gonna turn it off right there, and we're good to go right there. And so I'll show you here. This is it's a 30-gallon air compressor. Usually want to have around 20 to 30-gallon air compressor to blow these sprinkler systems out. Now you can see, I hope you can see, I've got this dialed back to around 60 psi. Okay, you don't need high pressure to blow out a sprinkler system. Actually, it could do some damage to your system, to your sprinkler heads and everything. This thing goes up to 175 psi. You definitely don't want to go up that high. So anyway, it's all charged up, ready to go, and we'll come back to that. Okay, so the next thing we want to do is shut off the water to the sprinkler system, and you can see this line here is going out to the sprinkler system. That one is out to the faucet, or the, whatever you call it, outside to the hose. And this is where the main line comes in. That's my main line. Shut off valve there. Then it comes up. This one goes up to the house. You can shut it off, there or there. This valve then goes to my sprinkler system outside. So you just kind of want to turn that sideways so it's shut off. You see this little cap there on that piece there. We're going to come back to that. That's going to drain the water out of this line here. It's going to drain back down out to there. And so we'll come back in and I'll show you what I do there. Alrighty, here we are. We are outside here now. This is nice. I've got everything right here in one spot. I got my valve box for all my sprinklers zones here, and my the water that comes out. So on this deal that comes out here, so this is the valve you can shut off here that goes into the house. This one goes out to the sprinkler lines. There's two little valves here. This is like an anti-siphon valve, I think. This is where I'm going to hook up the air lines. So I'm just going to take these off. Now these valves are closed, right? Because they're straight up and down, kind of just like any valve. Oh, see, when you turn it that way, it basically turns that valve on. You kind of see the water come out a little bit. That's where I'm going to hook up my my air, and I will show you here what I got. I was going to show you this too. So I'm filming this in Colorado, and we've got these fires. I know I'm digressing, but see all that smoke? That's from all the smoke up in the mountains from all the fires. Kind of bad. That's why it's kind of orange out here. I hope to get them out here soon. Hopefully this weather coming through this weekend will put out these fires. Anyway, sorry, I digress. So anyway, okay. I got a connection. This little piece here that goes in, that will fit on these connections here. Okay, so then I got a little valve on here, and I got where I hook up my hose. So I kind of fashioned this a little bit so that I could hook this up and then turn off the air here, which is nice. I got this connector at Ace Hardware. but anywhere you can, get something that'll connect to these two deals there. So anyway, I've got that. We'll go ahead and hook that up here. You don't have to get it real tight or anything. And then these are still on. Basically what you want to do is turn this one off, because this is going to go back into the house. You don't really need that on. And we'll turn that one off, and we're going to go this direction to blow out a sprinkler line. So then here's my valves, all my valves to my sprinkler lines. And I've got 5 zones all together. This one over here is my drip line. This is to the front of the house. These are original when I bought the house. I added these 3 on here for the backyard back there. We're not done with this here yet, so don't look at our mess here. But anyway, we got the sprinkler line in the backyard there. And I will, as an example, we'll do this zone here. I think it's the backyard by the house zone. All my automatic valves have a deal where I can turn on and off manually. I really like that. That's the best way to do that naturally. So I'm going to turn this one on. So that line is actually on. If the water was on, which, remember, we shut it off. If the water was on, the sprinkler heads would be popping up down there, which they're not because the water's off, right? Alright, so I'm going to go get the hose, and we'll get this first zone blown out. Hey, real quick here, I ran to Ace Hardware, picked up another one of these fittings to fit on here, and thought I'd just show you. There it is. Kind of give you a close-up view of what it looks like. It's got some stampings there on the side, but anyway, I'll put a link to like an Amazon part or eBay, wherever I can find it, and that fits right onto that fitting there. And I'll probably give this one to my son for his sprinkler system. So there you are. Part number again, at Ace 40222457. Alright, so I had to turn the pressure up a little bit, because if it's not up quite high enough, it will just kind of, this anti-siphon valve will just kind of blow back, and it won't put the pressure through the pipe into your sprinkler system. So anyway, I went back and I got the hose all hooked up, and I got a valve here for my air that I haven't turned on yet. It is closed. I've got this valve closed. This is open. This is closed, open out to my my valve box here. I've got this valve open right here. You can kind of see I've got it open all the way. All the rest of these are closed. This is the front yard. So anyway, this when I turn this on, it should blow out this first zone here I have by the house, and we'll go follow that, and I'll show you how it gets blown out. All right, here we go. On, and there it goes. You can see there's my sprinklers going, keeps going around. So there's air going, or there's water going out some of them. There's still water going out here. When I get air out to that one, I'll know that it's about good. So it's going to take a little bit here. Good air there. Hopefully we'll get out there. Might take a little while. Got some air coming here. Okay. And I got some air coming out there. You just gotta want to let it run till you get most of the water out of the system, which is starting to get to now. This is why you want to have a decent volume air tank to get all the water out. That's actually going down, it's losing pressure. So I'm thinking we're good. I got mostly all air coming out here. My air compressor is probably working overtime here. We'll go check it out. Yep, on. Well, it's almost back down to 100. We're still putting out air. So anyway, I'm thinking we're good there. We'll turn that off. We'll let it build up pressure. And actually, we'll do one more zone just for the hell of it, right? Okay, so I thought I'd show you kind of what I got the air pressure set at. It's almost probably around 90. That seems to be working the best. So I thought I'd just kind of show you that real quick. All right, so like I said, we're going to do one more zone. And this is my center zone. Down there, I've got 4 360 heads on there. So you'll see them pop up. So I got this zone turned off. That's the one we just blew out. I'm going to turn this one on. Okay. So my center zone's on. Alright. We'll turn on the air. There it goes. And there they go. Popping up. My 4 center zones. You can see the air coming out. See, they just kind of take turns as it goes down the line. I thought this would be a good visual. So yeah, that's my last one down there. They kind of, as they lose pressure, they kind of go down. But anyway, I think they're about done. I can hear air coming at them. So I think we're good. Alright, so now I'm back in the basement, and as you recall, I showed you this valve here, or whatever, the opening, kind of it's a drain back opening here. So when I open that valve outside, remember the one that comes in the house, it's going to let this drain back this water. There's still water in this line. It's going to let that drain back. And so I've just hooked up a hose here and down to a bucket, and that'll just hopefully I'll catch it. It's kind of pointed up there, isn't it? Anyway, that'll drain that water back down the pipe, and we'll go try that now. All right, so I'm gonna open this up, and that I should let that water drain back down into that bucket. So we'll go see if it's working. Alright, so I did get it to kind of drain back down. I made a little bit of a mess. I had to kind of put a little air in it to get it to go back down the deal here. As long as you get, the water drained back so that it's inside the house and it doesn't freeze, you don't want water outside in those metal pipes, is basically the idea here. Okay, so I'm gonna blow out the rest of my zones here. I only did the 2, so but I'm not gonna bore you with the rest of that. When you're all done, what you want to do is you want to kind of leave these valves open, at least maybe 3/4. That one's closed, but you leave these open like 3/4 or whatever, so that water doesn't get trapped in these metal lines here. You can even leave these open. Put the plastic caps back on, these plastic caps. Every system's different. All these they make different valves. A lot of times they don't make valves, they have the manual on and off lever. So if you don't have these valves that have the manual on and off, you're gonna have to run through the zone on your clock. Let's look at that here real quick. I forgot about that. So if you don't have those manual valves out there, maybe set your system so it's like all your zones go on in 5-minute increments. So 5 minutes on the first zone and second zone, and etc. And then as your clock turns on each valve, turn your air on, blow out that zone, and then turn your air off, wait for your air compressor to recharge back up, and then blow out zone number 2 when it turns on. You can tell on here when they come on. So anyway, that's what you're gonna have to do if you don't have the manual valves. I appreciate you watching, and again, remember, subscribe and click the bell. I appreciate it. Bye. Hey, I almost forgot. So when I'm all done, I'm gonna open this. See this cap on the end there? I'm gonna open that. It's already loose a little bit, and leave it open at least most of the way, so that water drains out of this system, keeps out of this system. It's kind of, so just a fail safe there to when I'm all done. So just wanted to point that out. Sometimes there'll be a valve on the end of your line or something that you can open the valve and leave that open in the winter, so that there's no water that kind of gets trapped in there and freezes these manifolds and pipes and stuff. So that'd be an expensive replacement there. So anyway, all right, so that's about it. Pretty easy, right? Thanks for clicking on my video again. I hope you found it useful. Get your pipes blown out. Pretty expensive to get this all fixed if they crack out. So anyway, hope this helped. Again, subscribe. Bye.